Okay, let's go. Medical? Oh yeah, when he was young. When he was young, he go to see doctor for free. Because I thought I bring him to 14th Street. That's only few years ago. I thought. No, I take picture because it's 3 days ago. And it's hard to find which one is him. It's his. I have other pets. I don't know which one. So, but there's no bloody stove anymore in the whole household. So I thought, but they said they have no record. So I don't know because I thought he is the one as I remember, but they said no record from 14th Street Animal Hospital. So that's why. No. Diarrhea? No. No question on the doctor. Sure. Thank you.我揾唔到你啲資料喎，你以前好似有個尿道炎，佢哋又話冇喎，冇資料喎，咁你一直都冇睇到醫生咩？你8歲嘅嘞喎，原來前2日 Happy Birthday 喎，係咪啊？哇！一直都冇病過咁乖啊，泡泡幾靚啊！泡泡係一張張個仔嘅。唔驚啫，有咩咁好驚嘅啊？幾靚仔，係咯，媽咪同你講嘅，頭先喺個街嗌到咁大聲嘅，嚇親你啊！你頭先喺個街好大聲，街邊啲人嚟做乜嘢啊？Papa, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with this cat? Oh, why is he so screaming? Yeah, Papa is screaming. To get Pao get into the cage because he ran away in the morning, so I lost the appointment. Then I bring Kitty. However, Kitty come and shits all over. Then the doctor said, "Hey, bring her home because Kitty have to do some glucose surge test." Here we go. Doctor.
How's it going?
Hi, Dr. Ho.
Hi.
Forgive my hair.
No, that's okay.
This is the cat's hair,
nice
you know. Nice to meet you.
So we got Panther here.
Panther, Pao Pao. Pao Pao
Yeah.
in Cantonese, that means panther.
So we'll take a look at Panther. I know we've been kind of losing hair, is that right?
Yes,
okay.
on the side.
Okay, so we'll kind of take a look.
Okay, Pao Pao is so stressful. He keep looking at Pao Pao, okay. But he will jump down, so maybe move over there. Yeah, thank you. Pao Pao. Oh, okay. Oh. Look, Pao Pao, okay. Oh, mommy love. Hello, mommy love. Mommy love you, Pao Pao. Look at the Pao Pao. Lately, I really like treat him nice, like massage. So, oh, Pao Pao, look at you. Wow, what a handsome guy. Wow, 爸爸好靚仔喎，爸爸乖哦喲，好乖啊。Yeah， 睇下先，睇下啲牙仔先。好啦好啦，咦，爸爸 OK，OK， 爸爸，Mommy love you。OK， 爸爸 OK。睇下個耳。It's okay. Oh, Papa. Papa, okay. Mommy loves you. You want me to hold it?
Oh, no, you're okay.
Oh, okay. Không khoai rồi. Không khoai rồi. Good boy. Good boy. Mommy love you. She's very talkative.
Okay, so for Panther, it seems like everything else is pretty normal otherwise.
Yeah.
So the eyes, ears look fine, heart, lungs sound good, abdomen soft, non-painful. We had a normal temperature too.
9.7 Unbelievable. 咁重㗎?
So for Panther, I definitely do note a little kind of hair loss there.
Yeah.
So my cat had kind of the same thing in the sense of, especially kind of in the wintertime. Usually, are you guys on any like prevention medication for like fleas or ticks or anything like that?
Oh, I actually 2 weeks ago I bought a natural one and put it along here, but I still see he's scratching.
Yeah, so I'll take
like the hair of the feet.
So I would say we do have like it's called Revolution. I'm sure you're kind of aware of it. You know, it's one of those things where the natural kind of remedy ones sometimes they don't do as good of a job at kind of doing it. I might want to kind of send you home with the Revolution. Once again, I know we're kind of strictly an indoor cat, right? But it's one of those things where with owners, you know, we're still kind of coming inside and outside the house. They can still kind of pick up things. I don't see anything obvious in the sense of any kind of fleas or anything, but a lot of the times what kind of goes on is, like I said, my cat kind of does the same thing. It could be from like a whole host of kind of different things when they're kind of plucking their own hairs out, and it's more so not that we're kind of losing hair, but it's probably more so that we're
like,
kind of...
I think he eating his hair.
Yeah, exactly. So
like
we're kind of
in towel. Towel.
Yeah, exactly. So we're probably more than likely over grooming a little bit. Probably kind of licking a little bit too much of the hair off.
Over grooming, what's wrong?
So usually what kind of causes that, and like I said, you know, my cat had the same thing a couple months ago as well. Usually what kind of goes on is it can either be environmentally, so it could be fleas or ticks, which is why we usually kind of recommend going home with the Revolution, at least for the next couple months.
Oh, okay.
Or it could also be just more behavioral in the sense of maybe we're kind of bored at home. And you know, usually when they're kind of bored, you know, they kind of don't have so much activity, so what they kind of start doing is they kind of start licking, kind of cleaning themselves a little bit too much.
Towel.
And it, you know, it looks like it's more likely that also that because you know it's on both sides, so it's pretty symmetrical. And like I said, my cat did the same thing. So what I did was I kind of started on Revolution, that kind of topical flea tick medication at home. Another thing to kind of do, be wary of is maybe just kind of making sure that we're kind of at home behavior-wise, that we're kind of have a lot of activities to kind of do. So I would say, do you have like a lot of toys, things like that at home already?
Okay, I have multi-cats, so he plays around, he talks to me a lot, and he eats always like every 2 hours he comes to say meow. I give him food, he just like eat a little bit and he run. So all other cat is getting fatter because he started eating and then he run. He's the lead to get food. And then he always talk to me like non-stop, like look at like the nose. He have very strong nose. Like, hey, I have something to talk to.
So a lot of times it could be, like I said, like environmental. It could be allergies, which is why we'll probably send you home with the Revolution. Or it can also just be because we're kind of a little bored at home. So I mean, usually what I kind of recommend in the conjunction while you kind of go home with the Revolution is maybe make sure that we're kind of having a lot of activities at home. You know, maybe kind of buying new kind of toys, things like that. If we're kind of like yearning for some attention, I think it's probably important for them to kind of get a little bit more activity, things like that, just so it kind of distracts them from kind of over grooming.
So the teeth is okay?
Yeah, the teeth look fine. You know, that's not kind of a worry. Another thing I was going to mention is, you know, I don't know if we're going to handle or kind of like a medical T-shirt at all, because this is what I kind of did with my cat too. You know, so I would apply the Revolution once a month as like a flea and tick medication, and just because we have a tendency to kind of overgroom things like that, we do have kind of like cat medical T-shirts that you can put on top of her body, just so it kind of prevents us from
how much of
it shouldn't be too expensive. We can definitely see which one kind of fits us a little better, and I would say that definitely would be the first kind of things that we should kind of try: the flea medication to kind of go home with, the medical T-shirt just because it kind of prevents us from kind of looking at the area. And if everything's kind of improving, if you kind of start noticing that our hair is kind of growing a little bit longer and kind of better, I'm more inclined to think that it's more behavioral, that we're just kind of over grooming.
Okay, and another thing is Panther Pao Pao has a bloody stole. Stole, yeah, in the middle of the stole,
okay.
and with mucus,
okay.
because I have cats. I have multi-cats.
Yeah.
So I do find some blood.
Okay.
Sometimes really red, but I don't know which one.
Right.
Until I spot.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the bloody one is from
Panther.
him. Yeah, but it's occasionally, not often.
Okay.
Like maybe come 1-2 days and disappear.
Okay.
So it just, to me, it's the occasion, but I don't know which cat I should bring.
So I mean, I was going to speak with you in that sense. You know, we can always send home with antidiarrheal medication. I just don't know which one it is. I don't know if it's really Panther that's having the diarrhea.
But the blood in the stool, that's draw my attention.
Yeah, so a little blood, what can happen is, you know, it could be a whole host of different things as well. It could either be intestinal parasites that can always kind of cause, you know, blood in stool as well, or kind of loose stool. I would say the Revolution should kind of help with that as well.
Oh, so for the parasite too?
Yeah, for parasites.
Oh.
Or it could also be from, you know, any kind of gastroenteritis, which is basically inflammation of the intestines. And usually, you know, spots of blood here and there, it can look definitely a little scary.
Kind of red.
Yeah, a little red.
I think it's in the large intestine.
It could definitely look a little scary, but a lot of times it's just a little inflammation of the intestines, and that's what kind of causes a little bit of spots of blood here and there. Usually, if it's just kind of loose stool with little spots of blood here and there, it should be fine otherwise. I would say as long as you're on the prevention medication, I think that's a better thing to make sure that we're kind of on top of. Also, we do have some kind of like GI-friendly food here that's kind of good for the intestines too. If maybe we're having like loose stool, little spots of blood in the stool as well, maybe kind of go home with a couple cans of that would be worthwhile.
Okay. Yeah. Do you think he needs to take? I'm kind of afraid that he has the hyperthyroid, because I have a cat have a hyperthyroid before. Always want to eat, always hungry, and lose weight, like skinny, and like flow. He flow, but not often. Like he just eats and flow. And diarrhea, but he don't have diarrhea. He just like blood in the.
Yeah. So to your point, in the sense of, you know, that we also can't rule out that we have hyperthyroidism either. You know, so usually with cats that have hyperthyroidism, they will start losing hair. They will kind of be very hungry all the time.
That's what I think. Yeah,
and also losing weight as well. You know, so obviously this is the first time that we've seen Panthers, so I don't know if we're really losing weight.
He's normally very skinny.
Yeah,
he's not a big guy.
Yeah, and it looks like we're kind of fine. Otherwise, it doesn't look like we're kind of too skinny or anything like that. So certainly the only way to kind of really know about hyperthyroidism would be kind of get the blood work done. So it's certainly up to you in the sense of, you know,
how much of that?
Yeah. So let's see.
Papa. What is that for?
To check if they have the little microchip.
He doesn't have one. No. He doesn't have one. I don't know whether I should give him one. He didn't go out. He stayed home.
That's last Monday.
Yeah, he didn't go out. And yes. Okay. How much for the microchip for that? 60?
How much is the microchip?
A microchip would be.
But then I have to pay for yearly, right?
About 70.
Or 70.
Yeah.
But then I have to pay yearly for.
So it's when you get the microchip, you're going to have to kind of register online with and then kind of pay every year.
Every year. Yeah. How much that the payment will be?
I can't say for sure. I mean, each company has their own kind of pricing. So I would say I would probably expect maybe like around like 30 or so every year. I want to say.
I think he's okay. He didn't go anyway. Wow. 爸爸，你又開心啦！有姐姐幫你喎，你真係開心啊！哦，爸爸，yeah.
Okay, so this is everything for, you know, kind of price point and everything. So initial exam for today is going to be $99. If you wanted to kind of go home with Revolution, we have different kind of. We have ones that we can send home with like a single dose, so like 1 dose, 3 doses, which will last you once a month for 3 months, or 6 doses as also in the sense of kind of once a month for 6 months. So I just put in for 6 months for right now. So that's going to be like $98 for the 6 doses. The medical T-shirt, which is the T-shirt that we could send home with, would be around like $26. A couple cans of food, I just put in for like 4 cans for right now. That's around like $9. And the blood work, if we were to kind of do blood work for, that would usually include CBC, chemistry, and also any kind of thyroid as well.
Oh, okay. Just like more in depth to see what's up.
And just because this is like the first time we've ever seen Panther, so it'd probably be good to kind of get the thyroid along with the CBC and chemistry. So the blood test will be around like 235. So you're kind of looking, if you want to do all that today, you're kind of looking around like 467. If you didn't want to do blood work and just kind of do what I kind of recommended in the sense of the prevention medication, the T-shirt, and also kind of going home with a couple cans of the GI food, you're kind of looking around like 232 for today.
Okay, so how about that?
Kind of losing more hair, getting losing more weight, eating a lot more, things like that. At that point, we should probably recommend kind of getting some blood work at that point.
Okay, I understand what you mean. So first of all, we take like maybe parasite, maybe freed, maybe just sensitive. Just take this. And wearing the weight, the jacket is make sure it still lose hair, which means internal. Otherwise, it's just from outside.
Yeah, so if we kind of put the T-shirt on and, it makes us kind of, have the hair kind of grow back, more than likely it's because we're kind of over-grooming, kind of licking too much or kind of getting, or biting at our sides
to see whether it will grow back or not.
Yeah, so if it kind of grows back, then more than likely,
normal.
Then it's normal. More than likely, it's just because we're kind of licking too much on the sides.
Okay. We try that, yes.
Yeah, I think that sounds perfect. So I'll kind of get you the Revolution to go home with. And once again, it's the same thing. You kind of part between the hairs and put it onto the shoulder blades.
Yes. So do I really need to do it as like 6 months?
So I would say, kind of up to you. I would say it definitely would be important to know if it is more environmental. So I would say you don't have to maybe gotta go home with the full 6 months. If you wanted to kind of do like the 3 months, that might be better as well. It's a little bit cheaper. But I would say probably more than just a single dose or like 1 month, just because then we don't really know if it's more so the parasites or anything. But certainly if you wanted to kind of do like a 3-month course of it, that would be a little cheaper, but that would still kind of give us enough time to know more than likely if it's more so environmental.
So you mean if 1 month is not enough to know what really happened?
Yeah, because I mean, if it's just 1 month, it's one of those things where it might get a little better, it might try to change, but then we still at the same place, we don't know exactly if it's environmental. I would probably feel a little bit better if it's multiple months, then we know for sure.
If 3 months, if he get better, which means environmental.
Then we're more inclined to think that it's more environmental. So I think the 3 months will be a little cheaper if you want to kind of go home with.
I'm afraid that he got allergy.
Yeah. So
and that's what I'm concerned. If 6 months, but he got allergy easily, And he's the only one doing this.
Yeah, and a lot of times, like I said, if it's just us, just Panther themselves, I'm more inclined to think that it might be more environmental or just kind of behavior, just because it's not affecting the other cats. So I would say, so 6 months dose would be 98. If you just want to do the 3 doses, it's going to be 61, so it's going to be a little cheaper.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 好啦，泡泡 ，Hello 泡泡寶俾媽咪聽而家咩情況？醫生話咧，泡泡咧係因為可能咧係個情緒，佢個人咧係咪啊？想媽咪錫多啲啊？係泡泡係咪想媽咪錫多啲啊？唔係啊，驚佢有濕濕啊！但係淨係佢有咯，你睇下佢咁呢個尾巴，你睇下泡泡個尾巴，泡泡你去邊啊？你睇啊！哇，9磅幾喎，泡泡你有冇搞錯？你咁肥嘅咩？係啦。媽咪問你係咪咁肥呢？